morning, fellow homeschool parents. We're doing, it's day 8 today, and it's actually Thursday. I did explain in my day 5 video that my son wasn't here he wasn't here on Monday and Tuesday, but he came back yesterday, which was Wednesday. And so we are going to introduce the units that I discussed with you on day 6, which was the unit about Ghana, which is where we're originally from. And so we're probably just going to make a couple of Ghanaian dishes today. One for breakfast, for kind of brunch, and one for lunch, and just one for a kind of snack. The first thing we're going to make is called bofrot, and it's basically like a donut. They're like drop donuts, but we are changing the recipe slightly because the original bofrots require ridiculous amounts of oil. They're kind of like deep fried in oil, and we don't really want to do that because we obviously try to be as healthy as we can. So we are going to omit certain things. It also requires dairy milk, and so I'm not going to use milk. I'm actually going to just use some water instead. I don't know if you can really see me because it's a little bit dark today because the weather's not very good. The weather's like terrible today. Should I show you? I don't know if you can see. Well, really, I don't really want to show you all my neighbourhood, so yeah, it's not very good weather. So, should we get on with making the bofrot? They're quite sweet. Traditionally, they include flour, yeast, sugar, milk. Don't know if you can see me properly. Flour, milk, sugar, I think nutmeg, and I think some other ingredients, but I'm going to modify it slightly. I'm just going to sort of just give it the similar kind of flavour but make it a little bit healthier for us. Should we start making it? We've got some Ghana drum beats going on while we do make our little bofrot things, haven't we? Dancing. Let's get into the spirit of things. You want to learn how to play these drums? Grandma bought you a drum like that, didn't she? She bought you a drum like this one, but a small one. But now we're just doing traditional drumming.
You have to dump it like this, or it doesn't look nice.
I'm gonna make it look nice.
Yeah.
Take the lumps away.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we're watching this now. My son thought that this was my mum, you know. He said, oh, is that grandma? It's funny because it doesn't look like her face, but when you first glance, you think it's her, isn't it? They're doing something like that. Once again, he's decided that he wants to wash the dishes. I'm not objecting, so he's going to wash the dishes while I do the rest of the cleaning up for the kitchen. And then we are going to eat our creations that we made. And then we've got some other bits and pieces to get done. You'll see. Anyway. Okay, so there's the finished product. We were trying to emulate the flavour rather than the texture of this particular type of thing, because the actual traditional bofrot, as they call it, they're drop donuts. And so basically you literally make the batter and drop them in the oil, and I don't want so much oil, even if it's just a one-off, to be quite honest with you. So we just made our own version of them with gluten-free flour instead, and we obviously didn't use like the milk and all of that, so they came out looking more like kind of biscuits or whatever, but they emulate the flavour of the bofrot, do you know, if you know what I mean? So we're happy with them, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let's eat. What do you think of them?
Buffalo.
Are they nice?
Yeah.
What do they taste like?
Buffalo.
Yeah, but do they taste sweet?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, take out buffalo.
Thumbs up. Good. You just said, is that liquid? No, don't put your hands in it. You just said the water, is it liquid? Yeah, it is liquid. Liquid. Water can be liquid, solid or gas, Kyron. When it's in the freezer, Kyron, when it's in the freezer, when you put it in the freezer and it turns to ice, that means the water's turned to a solid. When you put the water in a kettle and you heat it up,
yeah,
and the steam, all that smoke, it's called steam.
And when you cook,
that's called a gas. That's called gas, yeah. And when you cook, yeah.
When you make pancakes, the smoke come out, and the fire just come out the smoke.
It's the steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my drink, not your drink.
So we're making a smoothie now that consists of banana. Kyron, what's in the smoothie?
Banana.
And then what else?
Potassium.
No, yeah. Okay, what's in bananas then? Potassium.
Yeah.
Well done.
Potassium. And carrot does got.
And carrots have got what? You've forgotten?
Yeah.
What about oranges? Carrots have got beta carotene in, and oranges have got vitamin C.
Beta carotene.
This lid has something called a vacuum seal.
Vacuum seal.
Yes. That's the reason why it's quite difficult to put it on. Whereas the other ones, you just slot it on, it's quite easy. But these ones has something called a vacuum seal. It's not too loud.
Yes, it is. Watch.
Not too loud?
Yeah.
Not too loud for me. Do you want me to get you the headphones?
Yeah. Still too loud.
Here's my son making a smoothie this morning. My son's having one. Does it taste nice?
Yeah, but look, it's finished. You must leave one for me.
Yeah, but you've got some in there. There's still some left in there for you if you want to have some. Look at this little child wearing his traditional Ghanaian. Obviously, he's not wearing it with the right stuff. I just pull it over the top of his clothes he's already got on. My dad bought this for him from Ghana. Look, it's got pockets in it. It's made from woven fabric. Put your hands in here, pockets. Pockets. Good enough. Wow. It's there, the pocket. Right now we're gonna quickly, briefly learn about kente cloth. This is not kente cloth, but we don't have any traditional kente cloth at the moment. It's at my parents' house, so we're gonna make do with. And I've got a printed kente cloth, so it's not the actual woven fabric. The one that I have, the dress that I have. So do you want me to wear my dress?
Yeah.
You want me to put it on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yes. So now I've also put my costume on. Obviously, I can't really show you properly because I haven't got
It's my
anyone to hold the camera.
costume.
This is basically printed, so it's not real kente. It's literally just the print, you know, the pattern that's been printed onto a fabric. The real one is made with a woven material similar to this kind of woven material. But this one, I don't have the traditional woven one, but this is the pattern. So we're going to paint something that looks, we're going to try and paint something that looks a bit similar to this. Yeah?
Yeah.
Should I tell you what Kente is?
Yeah.
Let me explain to you. I have it here. Let's say. So, Kente is a colourful woven hand woven fabric made by Ghanaian weavers. And Kyron, the history of Kente weaving extends back more than 400 years. So I'll tell you what Kente means. Kente comes from the word Kenten, which basically means basket. And they have different colours. What colours can you see on here? What colours can you see on my clothes? What colours can you see on my clothes?
Orange, red.
Can you see what this one?
Grey.
No, this one.
Green.
Green. If you have green is linked to the plants and stands for growth.
That looks like grey.
And health. Doesn't look like grey, it's green. And the red is for blood and for strong spiritual feelings. At some point you'll understand what that means. Blood, you know, when you cut yourself. That's what the red stands for. And yellow stands for the yolk of the egg.
True.
And it also stands for fruits and certain fruits and vegetables. Isn't that cool? You know, when you open the egg and you see the yellow thing inside the egg?
Yeah.
That's what the yellow stands for. And if you see gold is like...
That's grey.
Symbol of royalty and money.
Money.
So you know, like a
gold
king...
money.
Yeah, you know, like kings and queens. Like kings and queens. Yeah! So, boobs, let's do the picture so that it looks like this.
Okay.
Or do you want to
Loads of pictures.
or do you want to paint your name, your Ghanaian name, Kweku?
I want to paint a river.
You want to paint a river?
Yeah.
You want to paint a river? Okay. What's your Ghanaian name?
Kweku.
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 And do you know what that means?
It
means that you was born on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You was a Wednesday born.
Because I was lying like this.
Yeah, when you was a baby. I was born on Tuesday, so it means my name is Abna.
Abna is freshly fresh.
Yeah, for eat freshly fresh. Because I was born on Tuesday. So I'm Abna.
Born on Tuesday?
Yes. We was both born on the 19th, but I was born on Tuesday, you were born on a Wednesday. That's why your name is Kweku.
Born on Wednesday.
That's why you're Kweku. You're also like Grandma, because Grandma was also born on Wednesday.
Ah, okay. Born on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. What are you looking for down there? You see, Grandma was born on Wednesday. Her name is Equia. Your name is Kweku. Her name is Equia. Well, her name's not actually Equia because that's not the name they gave her. But her traditional name would be Equia if she was born on Wednesday. Do you know what day your daddy was born?
Daddy was born.
What day he was born?
He was born on He was born.
Let's check. Let's Google it.
Let's Google it.
Bobs, he was born on Saturday, which means his name is...
I can't see.
It means his name would be... It means his name... Look at the camera, because I don't want to put the camera on the iPad. Which means his name would be... His name would be Kwame.
Kwame.
He was born on Saturday, like Granddad.
Like Granddad?
If you're born on Saturday, that's your name, Kwame.
Kwame.
Which is probably one of the most common Ghanaian names out there. Everybody knows that name. Don't they?
Yeah.
Shall we do the painting now?
Yeah.
But I think you should take that costume off because you don't want it to get dirty.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to need some red, yellow, some green, like this colour green, probably some black, some... Is it not working? So now we want this to be red, but we want it to be neat. Neat.
Yeah, doing it.
No, let me just tell you where to go next. So now, we do that bit, this bit red as well. And then we can do... It has to be neat.
Okay.
Now this is the beginnings of our Kente pattern, and obviously it's not as neat as it should be really, but you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
And show the people. Go on.
What's this?
Well, look, show them what you've finished, what you've done, and show the people. Go on.
What's this?
Well, look, show them what you've finished, what you've done. Hold the camera and show them what you've done. It's already recording, so you need to just hold it without stopping. In the Ghanaian, the colours of the Ghanaian flag.
Not today.
You don't want to do any more painting now. Do you want to help me to make the fufu? We're going to make a dish called fufu, which is basically a Ghanaian dish, and it's traditionally made with, there's different variations of it, but as far as I know, they make it with cassava and plantain. But I don't have cassava, so I'm gonna make my own version of it. I'm gonna try and make it a little bit healthier, because I know they use like meat when they make the soup, and I'm not gonna do that. So no, look what he's doing. That's very dangerous. Can you put that down? He's lifting the weights, which is not something that I want you to be doing right now.
Oh, I did my...
Careful with your fingers. Yeah, so now what we're going to do, Bubs, is we're going to put this onion into this blender with, where's the garlic? Along with the garlic. It will soon stop.
I not be sick because I need to solve.
So you're making a meal?
No.
Okay. Okay, so I should speak like this?
Yeah.
My son is telling me that I should speak in a Ghanaian accent, and he doesn't want me to speak English accent. Okay, so what are you preparing?
I'm preparing
You're making what? You are not even talking.
I'm making...
Anyway, I'm preparing my own version of the fufu. And so what I'm doing here, I've put potato and some of this green banana. Here, let me show you.
Can you put it in the... Can you put it...
And I'm boiling it.
Can you put this in the pan?
No, it doesn't go in the pan. It can go here. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Like that. Not in the actual what do you call it? Food that we are cooking. And so now here is the it's very hot. Here is the soup. The light soup that we are preparing. I just need to put the mushroom inside it. Anyway, when it's finished, I'm going to show. Okay, so this is the fufu itself. You have to keep stirring it and making sure there's no lumps in it. I'm holding the camera at the same time as doing this, so I don't really... I'll show you when it's done, really. So it's like this kind of consistency. And you have to keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it to make sure there's no lumps in it. And then it forms into kind of like a... It's kind of like a doughish kind of consistency. And then you mould it into a ball. So there's the fufu. You can't really see it underneath all of the soup. Let me try and move. So it kind of looks like a dough kind of ball thing. But it's really nice. And I've got some mushrooms, oyster mushrooms in it. I don't know what that is, to be honest. I think it's a piece of the where the oyster mushroom kind of got a little bit burnt. But anyway, there it is. Let's get stuck in, Boobs. Hungry?
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit hot though, so you have to let it cool down. Traditionally, we eat this with our hands. And so I gave my son a spoon, because normally the youngsters, they give them a spoon, you know. But
Look at your spoon out.
he told me he doesn't want it. But you're supposed to use your right hand, Kyra, not your left hand. Is it nice?
Yeah.
Does it taste like grandma's?
It tastes like Auntie Alice.
He's eaten this several times. This isn't the first time he's having it, but I don't really. No, you use your right hand, please. But you don't. He rarely eats it here because I don't even really have an excuse.